Don't be Lester the Jester.
Just Lester the molester.
Oh shit.
No molester.
But you were thinking it.
I had waivers signed and I get
Not Lester Chester the molester, Epstein Trump.
Damn.
Epstein.
Boy, the stock market dropped today.
a whole bunch
The
of
whole world.
Crisashed.
The whole.
Boom, bow, crash.
He helping all these people.
What
sell
made you
they
think
shit.
about that?
Oh, I do politics. It's ghetto politics.
Every damn day.
all the time.
Yeah.
She's gonna get on news channel.
Be
Might
watching.
as well.
Be watchful.
I damn sure need to watch news. I just tune in.
Just wait.
I'm trying to see what stocks I need to
Oh,
buy.
I think I said that.
We're not doing stocks. We're doing
Watch
options.
what they buy.
I got
options,
This, I have
people.
an app and it tells you
Buy
what like
gold.
each politician, what stock each politician is buying.
Yeah.
Gold.
Send that
Because
to
ever
change.
since Nancy Pelosi got caught inside of trading, somebody made that app.
I'm investing.
Send me that.
We need to find some options in Colombia because the way these people gonna be stressed, coke gonna be sky high.
Oh, it don't work that way, brother.
Before you know.
No.
Say what?
Option trading.
Politics is not real. What about that?
Listen, Kanye. Politics is very real.
You have a swastika shirt on under that hoodie.
No, hold on.
Why do you think it's not real?
Y'all can have that conversation.
I think that is just literally a bunch of
What led you to
adults.
that conclusion?
Money.
Hold on, wait. Before we get started, we are on live right now. We're on our YouTube. Yeah, we're streaming. We're right. So we want to get the introduction going, and we could touch on that for a light tad bit,
We'll talk after the show.
you know, before we run into that, because that's pretty interesting. Politics would be
Don't get me
something.
started, boy. Don't get
Man,
me
listen,
I would
Listen.
definitely miss that episode.
it's gonna get ugly. It's
No.
gonna get ugly.
All right.
I'm totally
I feel like
oblivious to that.
politics ain't hit me until they took Zero Sugar Minute Maid off the table. I can't find it. I
What?
don't know
I
time
saw you
it is.
posted in the story.
Trav, you all
Oh,
right?
no. You posted about the
Yeah, the potato
the
chips.
chips. Yeah, you
This
posted.
motherfucker over there looking like Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat.
Hey, okay.
Smoke.
I was about to say Cabal.
He doesn't
One
want
of
him
them
to be-
charcoal gray or black.
Yeah,
One of them.
We'll
Yeah.
give him new.
Noob Saibot. Yeah.
Hey, what's happening, good people?
I
Welcome,
am actually
welcome,
not,
welcome.
I'm not, are you?
Listen,
You kind of look like you are, though.
Nah,
You
we
look
just
like
I'm just
you
speaking to
watch
whoever
anime
listening
every
right
single
now.
day.
But let's get his introduction out the way.
She said,
It's like even the way you're like.
introduce
the hoodie is
yourself,
on your
Angel.
head.
I got the hood on.
To the
Hi
people.
guys, my name is Angel. Nice to meet you.
Welcome,
in the
Angel.
building.
Welcome.
And since Angel already started from the right, we're gonna go ahead and continue. Go ahead.
Hey, this your boy, what's his name? What it do? Yeah.
Hey, Trav, what you on, blood? You all right?
I ain't never all right.
You having a meltdown, bro? You good?
I like Happy Trav.
If working
Trav.
out can make me feel high like
No,
that, I
ass.
want it.
Like Trav is on with
I
it.
like it.
Be happy for it, nigga.
I like it.
Yo, this nigga Trav is on today.
Be happy for it.
It's your
nigga.
boy John in the building. Go ahead,
That's my
T.
boy. Shout out to that nigga who be doing the videos.
Shout out
What's
to that nigga.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Tony
gonna
T,
skip that.
aka the famous Mr. Nobody.
This is CNN.
Well, hey, this is me, Kingpin. One day soon to be kind of famous somebody.
This big stays.
Mr. Green Shoes, Green Shoes.
All right.
Green
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Red Room Empire Podcast. Once again, thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we're gonna keep things going as usual. So, somebody go ahead and read off the
Tonight's topic.
All right. Tonight's topic: the moment everything changed. Ooh,
That moment I said,
yeah. This one might be deep, y'all.
Yeah, it could go.
D kind of
It
deep.
could
What
go
happened
this
in your
way and
life?
that way. Yeah.
What were your beliefs, routines, goals? What happened that you did not see coming?
a baby.
And that's fine.
shit.
Who gonna kick it off? Go ahead, Tony. What was the life-changing moment for you?
Can it be
I
more
had a
than one?
couple. The day I said I do, I had a couple, but the first one was when I realized I sabotaged my own dream. When I knew that wasn't an option no more. And that was high school, and that was my first sign of dealing with depression, but I didn't know how to recognize it at the time.
What was your dream that you sabotaged?
Go to school and play ball. one side, I was kind of like, I was going through the motions of acting like I was still trying, but I really was giving half-ass effort. So it was like, I go to class and I pass these 3 or 4 classes and bullshit on these 3 or 4 classes. Still working out, still going out there doing the spring stuff, still in the weight room, still doing all the training, but I wasn't doing what I needed to do to become eligible like I was supposed to. And then I just kind of geared myself to being, I almost made myself comfortable and okay with just becoming, I'ma just work. Like, whatever happens. I'ma just work and just make it happen. Then I eventually moved up here and it kind of remotivated me and woke me back up again. And then I let a couple disappointments send me back into that space. So I just got to the point where just making it, well, actually, in the midst of going through all that, my grandma got sick. And so I was more focused on that than anything else. I wasn't even worried about me no more.
What's up, Lester? What you got?
Well,
Carl Lester.
honestly, I think he's like a whole, for me, there's a whole list of things that probably happened that ended up changing everything changed. I say, I'm gonna talk about one of these things out to be like when I start being a friendly person.
Wait. You're not friendly, Trav?
I'm trying to get back there.
God damn, I thought you was a friendly motherfucker. We friends.
Reach down deep.
I think so. I'm
Pull
working
yourself
on
up
it every day,
by your
trying to be
bootstraps.
as friendly as I used to be, because I used to be very kind. I'm getting back to
Bullshit. Excuse me.
your ass for it. Go
Allergies.
Ahead, but
Pardon
that's
me.
fuck, nigga.
Like I said, bitch.
But yeah, so like I was that nigga because my neighborhood I always been that nigga with the car. I've been that nigga that just worked. And like every time we go out, it's just like everybody, like the weekend, kiddo, I don't hear from nobody. But when it's like the weekend, everybody like, yeah, you going to the game, bro? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? They want to hit you up for that shit because I'm the ride. So I remember one time, like, my homeboy, he kind of got out of pocket in the passenger seat just talking shit.
One time for the one time.
Y'all,
Put him out.
it was that me, my, you know that, me,
That be myself and Irene moment.
Song you like, I just went like this. They just like, the fuck, nigga? Get the fuck out my car, bitch. We 45 minutes from the house, nigga. Like everything just parked off. Like, hey, don't nobody call me for the rest of my shit no more. And it just kind of like changed everything. Like I'm working to get better. I've been improving a lot since the time that's out, but I think that a lot of changed a lot for me.
Bless you, fuck nigga says it all. You have been just, that explains a lot. That's a lot of growth there.
Because he said it with love.
Yeah, it came with the
I
heart.
handle people and the way I deal with folks. Hey man, children are watching this show, bro.
Fuck.
If they watching this show, you're bad parents right now.
Right.
But still, yeah,
That
that's one key point. But we got a whole hour to talk about shit, so we gonna talk about more. So I ain't gonna kind of dwell on mine.
Yeah, we could just put out there them changing moments for us.
That one.
Angel.
What you got, Angel?
God
Okay.
send me an angel.
My brother died,
Mm.
2018, and
Sorry to hear that.
thank you. It broke my family apart, and it made me have to gain a conscience that kept me alive in a lot of situations. I had to take care of my siblings and my mom until I couldn't, and then just as I got older, like I've always been so like independent, but it's been so lonely, and I think that taught me like to keep like a lot of stuff private. So it's like I'm good with people to get what I need from them, but not to connect with them on a very like emotional level. So I don't. I almost didn't finish high school. I always had the test scores, just not the attendance. Then I went into homeschooling, after moving with some distant relative. And I got my AA by doing dual enrollment. I kept my head down most of the time. I got in some trouble because I felt like it kind of just came with the territory a little bit. All in all, like, I'm really resilient. I mean,
For sure.
and you only go through things that you are equipped enough to go through. What's that saying that
God won't give you more than you can handle.
exactly. And I always had my grandmother who helped me through a lot, like, for sure. And
God bless the grandmamas. Lord have
Got
mercy.
him no moment.
they do more than they can. And
And supposed to.
exactly. That's a little bit about me, and then I'm here now, and I'm still gonna kill it no matter what.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
Motivation. That's what I'm talking about.
Woo woo.
That's a hell of a first day opener.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
That's where we should have a midget stripper just come down.
She
from the
did
pole.
that. Nah. That was a moment right there where
Yeah.
Don't wanna strip no more.
you couldn't say it any better. Very well articulated too. I did not know you
She
were.
speaks so well.
Yeah.
You
For that age, you grew up pretty fast. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
With that happened just in 2018, and you having this from 2018 until now,
Mm-hmm.
what have you done to help cope with, that type of transition? Was your brother older or younger?
He was 5. I'm the oldest
Okay.
of 5 siblings. 3 on my mom's side, and then 2 on my dad's. But I grew up with my mom, like, primarily.
Right.
And then, I had 2 brothers, 2 and 1 sister on my mom's side. But at the time, he was 5, and I was 11.
How'd you cope with that?
I coped by taking care of them. I didn't cope. I didn't even, like, I feel like I didn't even have a ego, kind of. Like, I was just a helper. Like, at that age when you see so much wrong and you know it's wrong, I think I just had so much, like, I felt so much responsibility to take care of things. So it wasn't really like I'm coping, like, okay, I need to go to therapy and deal with this. It's like, no, bills need to be paid. I need to figure out how to make some money. My brother needs shoes for school tomorrow. My sister's crying because she needs clothes. She needs to get picked up. My mom's on the floor.
At 11?
At 11, yes. I had to make sure, like, people were getting ready for school in the morning,
You had to grow up fast.
During that period, my mom went into, like, a spiral where it was, like, she literally was on the couch and, like, never moved. It was kind of creepy. But
Checked out.
it's like something took over me when I saw the strongest person I've ever, like, I still to this day have ever met. And it's like, when I saw that, it's like I picked up where she left off with no problem. Because it was like that sign of respect I have for her. And to this day, I still do.
Your mother?
Because, of course, she's been through so much. And it's like, I don't feel any need to cope with anything. I just know that that's my family and I need to protect them and take care of them. And that's my life.
You went into protective mode. You went into big sister mode. You went into mom ain't got it right now, so I got to go ahead and step up. And for you to process that at 11, like, and I think that's why the shock was him even realizing that you're talking about an 11-year-old stepping into that role. I mean, you definitely, for you to go through that, go through your hiccups and your struggles, and still make it to this point, like, that's admirable.
College.
Because you got grown-ups that quit, that give up for losing their job. you lost a little brother and your mom kind of sat down and you did something that a lot of grown-ups don't do or can't do. So you definitely doing your big one.
I think I've just seen it so often. I think I was around so many people who would live with their mistakes rather than do something about it. And it was just like, I know that's not who I am. Like, I go to sleep on a mattress on the floor, and I know I'm going to have a big house one day with, like, a whole driveway of trees to it. And it's like, I know I'm not who I am yesterday. It's all about tomorrow, and it's about what I do today that get me there, kind of, sort of. Like, we start from, I always thought of it like, it's not where you start, you know? Never that. Yeah, because if I always thought about it like that, I'd just be so mad because I feel like I'm always going to be behind the next person every single time. And it's like if I came with that mindset in every room I walked in, then I already, like, lost. I'm already walking in the wrong rooms with the wrong intentions, and I don't even deserve it because I don't even believe in myself. I haven't self-proclaimed anything.
So with the progress you've made and the space that you're in now, and by you being up here, you said you're in school too, right?
I am.
Have you had the time to kind of focus on yourself and focus on, like, some of the emotions you haven't tapped into yet?
I appreciate you asking me that because that's crazy because I think I am right now. I think I'm finally out of my fight or flight mode.
You definitely was in survival mode.
You picked up more pieces than you should have.
For real.
I moved up here and I have my own space, and being by myself in my own home has been, like, beautiful. Like, I have never experienced any type of serenity like I go home to every single day. I've never had anything that's mine. I have lived in homes. I've lived with people that I just met. I've been on couches. It's crazy that when you never had a home, your dream is to have a home. Yep. And so I'm just grateful. Like, I'm grateful just to be alive, and I'm grateful to be 18. I'm grateful to get to 18. When I turned 18, it was in February 3rd. I never thought that I would see that day. And it was the most quietest day of my life. I feel like I just be living in a dream sometimes because of everything I've been through, all the realities that I've shifted in and out of, and all the different people I've met. It's like I feel like it made me feel like I wasn't supposed to be here. That's the truth. Like, you asked if I experienced any emotions. It made me feel scared, excited, alive, because I felt like I was in that pilot mode where it was just autopilot and everything in my life was happening in front of me, but I wasn't experiencing anything. I was just kind of seeing it and just doing what I already normally do. I feel like I can breathe. And just normal stuff. I can feel like I'm finally normal a little bit now.
You found your own lane.
I found my own lane and
stability.
And you driving the fuck out of it.
Thank you.
Listen, it ain't even take that long, but I can already feel the room right now. You kind of done gained a whole damn cheer section.
Straight up.
Right now, like, we all go through our own things, but we done been through our own shit. And hearing shit like this, it makes you remind.
It's at that age, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I kid you not. Anybody that comes into this establishment seeking apprenticeship, seeking, future employment, whether it be tattoo artist or piercer, you got to be 18 or older. Mm-hmm. I generally direct them to the department manager. Go talk to them because I don't feel like talking to other people. So when she came in, all right, you got to be 18 or older because you read the stipulations, you know the stipulations, and whoever sent you here knows the stipulations. Go talk to the department manager. She carried herself with such grace and such, maturity. I'm like, she got to be like mid-20s or early 20s or whatever. Cool. Go find some place to be. The manager gets you, acclimated, and you'll be all right. So this is my first time hearing I'm 18. And to be 18 and dealing with so much, and not only that, being able to maneuver with adults such as myself and the rest of the staff, and under the radar, I've never seen her act out of character like a little kid, like an 18-year-old. You feel what I'm saying? I've never seen it. It's impressive.
You know what? When you first came, I felt something about you. And I was like, what who is this girl? Like, what? And I was asking, you're like, man, listen, we're in a college town. The turnover's so high, I can't speak to everybody.
Yeah, they come and go.
But every time I saw you, something about your energy. I'd be like, hi, how you doing, Angel? How you doing? You okay? You good? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. May I please? I'm like, girl, you call me ma'am. But I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
For a black woman, I'm glad you made it to college. You didn't settle. You could have had you had plenty of reason to make excuses for yourself and give up, but you made it to college. And I hope you see it through.
Thank you. I will.
It's a person right now somewhere at an interview across the street and said they didn't have a ride. Your ass done fought through all that shit.
Listen,
and made it up here to have your own space, seeking out your own opportunities.
Skip it again.
You know what I'm saying?
She earned it again. Come on, I stop playing.
Come on, man.
No,
Stop
I would
playing.
like to say though, like it really wasn't on my own.
Your grandma.
People helped me on the way.
Oh no, we definitely believe that.
But you got to do it though.
But you
gotta want it.
what
You
people-
have to do
What people don't realize is
You
the
put in the work.
The initial motion has to start with you. The people helping you with that support system, that's the people that believe in you. But you got to believe in yourself a little bit too. So even when people say they did it alone, we know damn well they didn't do it alone. But at the same time, you had to have it in your head to not give up. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna keep pushing it. Because like she said, you had plenty of opportunities to make excuses for yourself and say, fuck it, what's the easy route? Or do I want to take a route at all? And got bad news for you. You working for somebody that ain't gonna let you now. Since he done heard this from you, ain't no tapping out. Like that, you can hang that up.
We all holding you accountable now.
Yeah, it's gonna be questions where you randomly say, "What you got going on? What's going on?" And I'm not one of those overbearing ass people. I just ask you questions and let you answer. And then when I finally can say it or articulate it the right way, because like I told you, I can't talk word for damn. Put you to the what you plan on doing? What you trying to do? All right, well, we need to figure that out. But like I said, you kind of seem like you have in your head what you're trying to do. Even if you don't have a grand scheme of what it is you want to do, you're on the right path. Like you're doing what you need to do, and you're putting yourself in positions to achieve that. And you said something earlier that really peaked out when you about your survival. When you said that you deal with people for necessity and not for really for relationships or for connections. That happens, especially when you're in survival mode and you don't have a whole lot of trust in people, or you deal with a lot of fucked up situations and fucked up people. But that's also things sometimes to work on, just so you can be very observant of motherfuckers, but sometimes it's hard to figure out when people are genuine.
Yeah.
Not even playing. Like, it's hard, but when you do realize it, sometimes you got to open yourself up.
What I realize is not hard is we just choose not to believe it.
There you go.
We choose not to believe it.
We choose sometimes not to believe that people showing us exactly who they are.
Red flags are there, but some people like Six Flags.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit. How the fuck do you piggyback off of that?
Green shoes.
Lord have mercy.
Green shoes.
So, I don't know. Probably. Oh, that's easy. The moment it changed everything was witnessing the birth of my daughter.
Boom.
That was,
Dynamite.
oh shit.
That's mine. I gotta go home with it.
I put half on that baby. You know, that's one of them things where it's like reality slaps you dead in your face.
How's the pappy?
How's the pappy? But you know, I mean, it's like one of those moments where it's so many emotions. You having so many thoughts. You know, you got fear, you got excitement, you got joy, you got love, you got everything. It's like, okay, how am I supposed to take care of a new person? I'm going to love this person to death. You know, I'm going to shower this baby with everything I got. I'm going to die for this child. You know, all of those things is like rolled up into one, and it can be overwhelming but as long as you're committed and you know you ready to accept the responsibility of what you helped create, it's a beautiful thing. See, my daughter just turned 22, and I couldn't love her any less today than the day she was born. You know, so it's like, hey.
Well,
Any questions?
is she
If
your only
I
child?
start crying, that bitch, don't judge me.
I ain't crying, my eyes
Nigga,
sweating.
I already had a damn get that damn eye booger out the way from Angel over here.
Is that your only child?
Maury has not called me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. Motherfucker.
Did you get that reference, Angel?
Maury.
Maury.
Povich.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Okay. You know, yeah, no.
Okay, I'm gonna answer. If you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have given you a different answer. But my mother being diagnosed with cancer, definitely, and the events that 2023 was the worst year of my life. My mom had cancer. I got arrested. I lost my medical licenses. I couldn't return to the military. We were homeless. And then she passed away. And I was alone. That was all in 1 year. Like December 22. And then I moved to Tallahassee January 24. That time frame. And it just, my mother was a 30-year nurse, cardiac nurse, right here at Capital Regional. Never sick a day in her life. Cancer. No history of it in our family. And like you said, Angel, she was the strongest woman I've ever known. And to see how the cancer ravished her, it's like I don't even recognize this person. Like nothing could stop her. But then it's like you kick down, and then I felt like I was getting jumped because we couldn't even support ourselves because they'd taken. I couldn't work. I couldn't go back to the military with a felony. On top of not having money, I had to pay restitution every month. It was just the worst year of my life. But then God saw fit to bless me, and I'm here now.
And you're beautiful.
Likewise,
so
my
beautiful.
love. Thank you.
I see the light.
Thank you. Faith, God, that's who did it. Don't shoot. He's so aggravating.
As a flower blossoms.
What's your story, Josh?
My story would be a bestseller. Oprah would give away my books. I promise you. You know, it's one of the most intriguing questions. I get a lot of questions. People ask me a lot of shit, right? One of the questions that kind of like stopped me dead in my tracks, she asked me earlier today. She's like, "Who are you?" What?
Context.
Kind of like a big deal.
Just
Kinda
like it was like I asked you that because I wanted to break the ice.
Right.
And I wanted to get a sense of who you were because it was just like all of this kind of just excited me because I could tell that people like have a good time here, and I could tell that like you find something to do everywhere I look. It's like I'm never bored.
You got all type of shit.
And it's just fun to walk around. And so since you're like not usually here all the time, and since like the first time I started work, I kind of start volunteering here, you were just a name to me. And then you were described as a 7-foot giant that wore chains. That is how you were described to me. Yeah,
they'd have gave my baby some inches.
Kind of like, it's if it's a description, I'm gonna tuck mine in though.
Right. And so
10 boots.
He has lifters.
First of all, don't you ever disrespect the Timbs. Ever, and that's on New York.
Oh, boots on the ground there, nigga.
You know what?
You heard, son?
Where them fans at?
I swear to God, but go ahead. You about to send me down that rabbit hole, Trav. I can't do it.
Hey man, I get too emotional right here. Do something.
But it that question stopped me dead in my tracks.
yeah.
Because I don't generally think about that. Like, who are you? And
I
very
always
impressive
thought
question.
people's careers, which shape them, and seeing you like.
Sorry, they made baby Skittles now, and I can't catch them all. Sorry.
I guess I was just like very impressed
Taste the rainbow.
that you have a career
stop staring
where it's also can be your therapy. And,
True.
I thought
True.
that was very interesting, and I wanted to learn more about it, so that's why I asked you.
Trav, please.
I learned that lesson.
Car
Trav,
Lester.
you having a stroke? Just let me know, bro.
I dropped my Skittle, and
He's
he
looking
won't
at the
stop
bi-
standing.
he's looking at the
It's
green
over there.
big
You want to go get it?
I'm having a Skittle.
Go get the Skittle, bro.
Look, they made baby ones.
Blasphemy. That's all he's going through his head.
Taste the rainbow.
But if you enjoy what you do, it's never a job. Focus. If you enjoy what you do,
Bring it back.
it's never
Bring
a
it back.
job. So everything that I do, I incorporate things that I enjoy. And I'm always busy. And as I said before, I stay busy to keep from getting into other things that are non-productive or keep from spiraling or going down rabbit holes I have no business being down. So God has blessed me with the ability and opportunity to give me multiple Please go get the Skittle.
Nigga. What is this, Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Doing the mannequin challenge? and
Leave
shit?
it. Leave him. Let him focus on. He's having a conversation with the Skittle right now.
Yeah.
Let him talk to it.
Finna see some telekinesis.
Let him deal with it.
Skittle, get up, I'm out.
That shit love.
Pivotal moment in my life. There's so many. As I said, it'd be like a bestseller. 2018. That'll be the pivotal moment of my life. August 5th, 2018. I wouldn't even say August 5th. I'd say August 6th, 7th. Around that time.
I got cousin born on all three of them days.
Yeah, that was the day I found. Well, August 7th or 6th is the day I found out that my mother passed away. That was like a pivotal moment in my life, right? I had many. You know what I mean? Oh, I got locked up. I had children. All these things. Big moments, big key moments in my life. But that moment right there changed the path and trajectory of who I am now. When you lose that important person, that person that you rely on, or when all else fails, you could lean on that person. And just a simple phone call, like I would call her, we ain't even got to talk about it. I'd FaceTime, we ain't got to talk about it. She could be shooting the breeze, and we just, because I know a familiar voice, I know a familiar sound, I'm cool with that, meant the world. And when you lose that, and you don't have nowhere else to get it from, what do? You fall apart, crash out, right? And I recognize that. I recognize the moment of falling apart. And I didn't like it. I didn't like that my children was scared to talk to me because they picked up on how I was feeling. I didn't like the fact of not getting out of bed. I didn't like the fact of coping by just sleeping. I didn't like any of that. I mean, excessive weight gain, like all this shit came with it. Depression is real. And going through that and then realizing I need to fix this. Because what I ended up understanding about myself was my mom was the pacifier. Like, I lean on her for everything without addressing myself. And when I was faced with dealing with myself by myself, all the shit that I never looked at before, I'm talking about from young man to grown man, finally came to the table. Yeah, like you gotta address it, and the fight had to come. Like, you have to do it, or you're gonna fall apart. So, sought therapy, started going through it, and that's when you start waking up. You start seeing certain things for what it is, and we always talk about that. You know, getting off at the wrong stop. At that moment is when I started realizing, like, damn, bro. You really rode this one out past the stop that you're supposed to get off at. And our last conversation in 2018, it was in July, and I won't forget it. She asked me what was wrong. She said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Well, what's wrong with me?" And that moment was like the wake up. Like, you mean what's wrong? At that moment, you know, I'm being defensive. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good. When you pass away, it still lingers. That's the last conversation. You keep playing it back in the head to see, maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't understand something. No, I understand everything. It's just I couldn't understand what she was asking me. And as time progressed, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2022.
Shit gets clear.
What is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you, Jay? What is wrong with you? Why are you Karen, I hear you. I hear you. Let me figure out how to get up out this. Because that was her biggest fight. Yeah. That was one of the biggest fights. Don't let nobody disrespect you. Don't let nobody mistreat you. Nobody could mishandle you. Because why? I'm your firstborn. I'm your only son. And it took me getting this far to understand, like, well, damn, nigga, how would you treat Milan? How would you handle Milan? How would you handle any of your boys in that sense? With the same ferocity. Like, no, can't nobody do no wrong to them. No human on this earth could do anything wrong to them. So, damn, that's how she felt about me.
But that's it. I didn't raise you for you to allow people to mistreat you.
Listen, and
I didn't mistreat you.
When that click happened, when it happened, the journey began to undo, fix, rectify, and do what I needed to do to come out on the other end in a better situation and as a better man. Will I say everything was correct or everything I did was right? No. But the objective was clear. Casualties happen. I know what I needed to do. And that was like the pivotal moment in my life where the person that I once was is no longer. This person right here is who I am.
Okay. Damn. Over my dead body.
Big facts. Big facts.
Shout out to Miss Karen. Okay, everybody. So now, how did what we all went through? How are you different today? Who started it? You started it? Tony started it. How are you different today?
Smokes crack. Lots of it.
Yeah, we just breezed right through 3 topics.
Because everybody just
touched
covered,
on everything.
Yeah. Everybody just touched on all the bullet points.
Can you pat me on the back, please?
Yeah.
This damn show was a good time.
This was definitely a good topic.
Thank you. And the timing was impeccable because we got Angel here tonight.
Angel.
God Center.
I think she's one set the shit off, really.
Yes.
Don't evade the question now,
Oh,
Tony.
I ain't gonna evade it.
Come on now.
I'm trying not to fucking break.
Keep it tight, motherfucker.
Who cutting onions?
All right. I ain't crying. My eyes are sweating.
Mine just got dry.
Bro, it just is what it is.
I cry, you cry, we crowed.
We crowed together. We crowed together.
Let me break it down for you. How are you different now? What did you learn? And what would you say to
Listen,
the version
Alex
of yourself?
Cinemark. He sound like the man at the movie theater.
Right.
Yes, he
No.
does.
In a world, what would you say to that version of yourself right before the moment?
I appreciate myself more.
Take your time, bro.
What do you mean you appreciate yourself more?
I spent a lot. Shit. I spent a lot of my time doubting myself. Didn't think I deserved to be here. So I looked at myself as a failure for a lot of things. So a lot of times, that's why y'all see me go hard, not allowing people to feel certain ways about themselves or allow themselves to be put themselves in certain situations, because I know what it felt like to even question being here or being worthy of being here. And not realizing that it was gonna be that hard to be like, damn, dog, nigga, you belong to be here. You supposed to be here. If not, you'd have been gone. And like, it's still a fight sometimes, not to the degree that it used to be, but trying to stop questioning myself, like pretty much letting them dark clouds, them dark moments take over. And like, usually when I feel like that, sometimes that's why y'all get those phone calls. Hey, where y'all at? What y'all doing? Because I got to get out my head. But for a short period of time, I was neglecting myself because I was just throwing myself into work and taking care of my uncle. And I had to shake that shit off. So that's why I started trying to finding something just to enjoy myself and to ease my mind. And I just, like I said, a lot of praying, a lot of talking to God.
Set up the fishing trip.
And that's like the biggest thing, because she said something that kind of fucked with me a little bit. I didn't see myself making it to 18 at all. I ain't see 18. So when I got to 18, it was like, shit, dog, you made it. Then I fucked around to see 21. Nigga, I got to 25. Truth be told, 16, 18, 21, and 25 are big milestones for most young men. Get your license. Get out, graduate from high school. You old enough to drink. 25, you ain't got to pay that extra insurance on a rental car. And you kind of have you kind of start gaining your grown-up wheels around 25. You start experiencing a little bit more, because that's you coming out of that college era and stuff like that. I ain't go to school, so I jumped right into my grown-up era. it definitely was hard. Wearing that smile all the time. And some people could say it was a mask, but for me, it was more so me trying to fight. Like, I enjoyed my moments, I enjoyed the spaces I was in. But when shit when shit would get real dark, I was looking at it like this might be my last night. So even think about that shit fuck with me. Cause you always trying to figure out like what put you in that kind of headspace. And I rarely ever was able to get it happen. Else when I talked to a therapist, when I talked to, and they say the same thing, they were like sometimes you put so much on yourself that you don't really know where the root come from. It could be a lot of things just compiled on you at one time. And until you figure each one of it out, each piece of it out and go through a bunch of different things, you never know. But like I said, like over the past few years, like shit been good. Shit been real good. Even with my uncle being sick, my granddad passed, it was still like, yeah, we just gotta figure out how to make shit do. You know what I'm saying? I got nieces and nephews that I can't go nowhere. Hell, I want kids. So nah, I ain't tricking myself off the street and I ain't taking myself out of here. But that was the biggest thing. I started appreciating myself a lot more. Like, people ain't fucking with me for no reason. I must be good at something. A motherfucker want me around, so.
Realizing your worth, bro.
That's what's up. How you feeling, child?
I mean, in a sense, like you talking about where I came with mine, it seemed a bit shallow, but at the same time, it's a whole list of things that led up to that point. Besides that, just that. So, and stuff that I still deal with today, like she said something that's so real, like connectivity. You just give what you got, people don't build that connection with folks. Cause even at that point, and still to this day, I don't really connect with people. I mean, everything is just outside. Shallow as hell. I laugh, I joke, but not too many people want to get to know the deep me. You know what I'm saying? So this is probably about the deepest conversation I'm gonna get to, cause I don't really connect with people. I really don't. It's been like that for a long time. Even at that point, it just made me realize in life that sometimes everybody don't fuck with you the way you fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So, I grow that, shield, that safety, just not to connect with people. Even if I had somebody that may genuinely care about me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know for sure. I got that trust issue for real. Like, you say you care about me, blah, blah, blah. Sound good. Everything sound like that. But deep inside, it's just like, really dang what it is. So, like, I ain't gonna say I have the tightest bond with people. I never say, like, I have, like, this is about the most I get out of, like, being around people. You know, and between this going to the studio, that's why I'm in, like, honestly, I'm trying to shake that shit and connect more with people that's, like, trying to do that shit. That's why, honestly, I put shit, like, in the WhatsApp and holler at people, what we got going on. Because everything with me is just pretty much shallow. Nobody really know how I be feeling about shit or
Surface level.
So it's everything surface level. And shit like that from that situation where it's just like, all right, it is what it is. And I don't really have a deep bond with nobody. You talking about somebody who got brothers and sisters that I didn't grow up with. We don't even have that connection. Like, I could talk to my brother and sister here and there, and it's just like, I outside this conversation, do you even think about me being your brother? Or we just talking right here like, it's just like, I have no connection with people for real.
What's different now?
What's different now is me trying to shake out of it. What's real different is from that point, and I can say from right then to the point where I had to go to the hospital. It's like, I ain't gonna say it was possible. It's just a lot of stuff that made a difference to me that that gave me a reason to want to shake out the way I am and try to connect with people. When I went through a situation that kind of changed that. Because it's like all about points that change. So from that point where I stopped trying to connect with people, and it's just like, fuck it. To a point where I lost my job. I was ready to leave Tallahassee. I ain't know what I was going to do next. I was selling my furniture. I had no clue. No clue at all. You know what I'm saying? I told homeboy that, yeah, I'm getting ready to move. Y'all know somebody to buy a couch? He was like, man, where you moving to? I don't know nobody buy a couch. Said, put in the application at T-Mobile. I don't fucking work on T-Mobile. I look like selling cell phones. I never want to do that. I don't see myself doing it. I applied for that job on a Monday. Got a call on a Monday. Got an interview on a Tuesday. Got a job on a Tuesday. Then it's like, shit that changed. All right, okay. There was a miscommunication in me filling out the application. It was like, yeah, you're going to be working at a store in Cairo. Cairo where? Where the fuck is Cairo? That's Georgia. I'm in Tallahassee. What the hell I'm doing working in Georgia? That don't make no sense. Oh, and the training is in Valdosta. Valdosta. What the fuck? So I don't know nobody in Valdosta. I ain't got no job right now. How the fuck am I going to drive to Valdosta every day for 3 weeks of training? Shit don't make no sense. So I called up my uncle because I got family from like Quitman, Georgia. And he called, he was like, Quitman's like 30 minutes outside of Valdosta. So he told me like, yeah, you might call these people, whatever. They might have something, I don't know. Just try. So I called about 3 different family members that I never met before in my life. Like, yeah, I'm doing bad right now. I got a job training opportunity in Valdosta. No, man, I can't do it right now. Me and my wife. Heard that shit twice. Third time I called, yeah, this is Travis. Gotta explain myself, how we related, blah, blah, blah. I got a job training opportunity in Valdosta. Oh, yeah, come on. We got you. Come on. We just don't respect my house, bro. That's it. So I'm getting there thinking I'm about to sleep on the couch or some shit. His family members, they had a whole shit set up like a damn Airbnb. And I never met these people. So they set me up and everything, went through the training, stayed there. I was good. Came back to Tallahassee, I had a place to stay. And it's just like, all right, this is what genuine people feel like. You know what I'm saying? People I never met, and they just open the door, and they ain't nothing but God.
Nothing but God.
So all that shit I've been through is just like, it's kind of like breaking that shield from that barrier for me. And even going through other shit after that, like even me going to the hospital last year, having to be in the damn hospital for 5 days, learning that I'm a damn diabetic. And getting woke up every 4 hours to check your vitals and shit. It's like, damn, I don't want to go out like this.
Been there, done that.
You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks. So that's like, it really made me take a look at my life where I have no connection with people for real. What's my legacy gonna look like? And then a lot of stuff that goes along with it, like even working at T-Mobile has opened up my perspective in life too. When I look at a bunch of older people come in and they having phone issues, like they have nobody young in their family to turn to help them with this. They just got issues, like it just kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? I see this dude pull up, he parked
Power on.
the handicapped parking space. He can't even get out the damn car to come in to pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? So you have no family to help you. So I feel like when I look at my life and how I feel like I'm gonna be left, like what's the legacy I'm gonna leave? What's my old age gonna look like if I live to see my old age? Who am I gonna have around me? Or I'm gonna be that shut-in person that I ain't got no cats, but I might develop a thing for cats. I don't know the hell.
If you want one,
I don't
if
want
you
no
want
damn
one,
cats.
I
No. it's just like my only relationship gonna be with pets. Give me a dog or something. I can't. I mean, I don't be around people, so I'm just trying to like break
But
out
Trav,
of that
I
shit. So
haven't
that's
heard
how
you
life
say
changed.
anything about your
I love them.
nieces. I see how you are with them. Like they are your own children. So I find it hard to believe I can't connect. I don't show emotion.
But that's it
I
though.
watch you.
That's them. That's them talking about with adults. Like that's why I go off. Like even with my nieces, it's like I want to be there for her. You know what I'm saying? And
That's a start.
And at the end of the day, and even at the end of the day with her, this is my mind. I sit and I tell you, I don't feel like sometimes I like, damn, I should fall back. Cause this is my niece, this is not my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, this is me. This is my mind, this is shit I deal with. Like this is my niece, this is not my daughter. At any moment, you know what I'm saying? She could change. She live with me now. You know what I'm saying? At any moment she can my sister can be like, hey, her and her dad, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just back to conversations. I love my niece being in the house. You know what I'm saying? That kind of helped motivate my day. But then it's just a part of me because, like I said, I have a problem connecting. So, like, I need to fall back. Because now I'm opening myself up to if shit change, I could get hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have no, like, I really have no claim like that because I'm not her father. I'm not her mother. And it's okay.
But you can't tell her that.
I know,
You know?
but still.
And there's nothing stopping you from going like full throttle, showing your love either, though.
It is, but at the same time, like I said, this is my mind, though. It sounds, you're right. But in my mind, like,
what if?
it's always thinking about this connection going to break. So don't get too close.
And you're like that with everybody, too?
I'm like that with pretty much everybody. Everyone, because I don't.
Is it because you were like that with yourself first?
It's hard to say, like I said.
Bam.
There's a lot of shit that I dealt with where I gained, like, even as a kid, I'm weird. Like, my mama tell you, I didn't trust people who smile too much. Because I always I feel like I know the truth behind people. Everybody got something to hide. I feel like somebody got something to hide. So it's just like.
Did you know that's offensive to chimpanzees and gorillas?
They trust issues. So it's just like.
They don't like that smiling shit.
Now that is a valid point. I need to go like for myself, but it's just with people. Sometimes it's just like it's hard for me to get that connection. Do I want to get that connection? I try to, but then it's just like that battle in my head. It's like, man, fall back, bro. It ain't really what it is.
That's
Shit don't last.
but that's the person that you need to be trying to connect with first.
That's why I say at the same time at this point in my life, I'm just trying to build that for it. Because like I admit to myself all the time I need therapy. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna open the door? I don't know. Oh, goddamn, Jimmy.
Who there?
I seen.
Oh,
I done seen it all now.
oh.
Now we at deep in and walking here like tiny.
It's
Hop
like,
along,
it's
Jay.
like the green skittle.
Hop along, Jay.
Hey, go ahead. All right, Angel, how are you different now?
I lost 70 pounds. Yes, and 70. And
He said I win.
I'm trying to get there.
Well, congratulations
It's
to
not
both
over
of y'all.
yet.
Right.
It's not over.
What's the secret?
No. So what it was just, it was when I told you guys that like I felt like I was in autopilot all those years, just trying to make ends meet, taking care of my siblings. I was gonna say kids. Sorry, but I let myself go so much because I never looked in a mirror. Like for years, I didn't know what I looked like, and to this day, I still do not. I had a really bad eating disorder once I moved up here, and I kind of was finally on my own. Like I wasn't having to look over my shoulder, make sure my brother was in the house, make sure my sister was in her bed, figure out where my mom was at or not. It was like once I stopped looking to figure out a problem, I just had myself to now solve. And it was like it almost made me just want to be like mad and just give up, because it was like I just did all this for everybody else, and now look at me, like I just throw myself away. Like, who gives a crap about you?
So what got better for you?
I went to the gym and discipline. I went to the gym and I like, it was almost as bad as kind of like self-harm in a way, just because like how intense I would work out to. And then what got better was just balance. I like to say like the weight loss made me like, I feel like I changed like my facial, like my face changed so much through it all. So I like to say like I kind of since I also got older in a way, and then created also different mindsets and things like that, I think of it like I just had like I shed all that stuff off of me like a little bit. It
You
was
went
like,
through a metamorphosis.
oh, for sure. It was like I kind of like symbolized the weight loss as like the transformation of also my mental health with my physical and also my spiritual. I realized that the person the most that I probably should be talking to is myself, and I didn't a lot. I just was like, I wanted to just hold a lot of resentment to other people and blame them very quickly, instead of just being like, hey, what could I do for myself? Like I just thought like I did so much for other people, the world was supposed to do for me in a way. And once I learned that nobody is gonna do for me like I could do for me, that's what changed. It was like I learned. It was like the gym taught me discipline, because it taught me that the power is just mine. Like getting up, it wasn't about the workout that was hard. It was about putting my shoes on to get out the door.
You are so wise beyond your years.
And I've been so patient with myself, because
That's the key.
I've been, even when I don't like, when I hate the day, I just hate the day. Like it made me hate everything. I know that like I still have to be grateful, because the person I am today got me through so much. And then she deserves to also be appreciated in this moment right now. And so just giving me that grace that I give myself, I try to give to others.
Amen.
And then have full circle moments.
That's deep.
They said it in Bad Boys too, and I'ma say it now. You got to be damn near 30.
Here we go.
Look at that.
How are you different now, Mr. Corey?
Me?
Young green
I mean, fuck you. So, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a evolution process. I mean, I'm just constantly evolving. Like my dad passed in 20. That was a blow, but he was ready to go. He had been sick. He was bedridden. And my mom, on my wife's birthday, she had a cardiac arrest. It took them 3 rounds of CPR to bring her back. So I think they said she was dead for about 6.5 minutes. And they were able to bring her back in the year, and I told you about this, the year and a half she had after that. She had a mass on her thyroid. They had to remove that. It turned out she had lymphoma. They had to remove like the top part of her right lung. So the chemo and all that stuff, she's doing well now, but she was just doing normal shit sitting at the house. I'm talking to her brother. Reached over to hand him the phone. Fell out the little walker and broke her arm. Now, to me, God is not done with that woman. And her resilience only breeds resilience and confidence in those around her. So I got no choice but to fight. I got no choice but to stay on my path. I got no choice but to keep elevating.
She not giving you any excuse.
Hell no. I mean, this woman died and came back. There's nothing I can sit there and feel sorry for, make excuses for. So that kind of makes that inner kingpin a stronger individual. And to me, that helped make me more of who I am today. She's still here, so I got to be here.
That part.
Now you.
How am I different? I'm an only child for both parents, and I always had my mom, and she even to this day I still hear her say things to me. She always had a whole lot of mantras. Stace, take your book. These people already got their money. Get your money. Stace, intelligence is forever. Beauty fades. Stace, your sister's house need clean up. Like, she would just, all these things she would say, they stuck with me. And when she got sick, like I said, I'd never seen her weak, ever. My mom had long hair down to her back, beautiful smile. She lost all of that. Lost weight. You know, cancer just ravages you. And I was alone. That was my burden alone to bear for my mom. She ended up like having dementia at the end of the cancer, and she didn't know where she was. And I remember fighting back tears because she had regressed to like childlike. Like she wanted to watch cartoons in the hospital room, and I'm like, she don't watch no fucking cartoon. But the cancer had just tore her up so bad. I'd never had to give my mom a bath or any of those things. And then she went into hospice at the house. I didn't know what hospice was. The nurses came, and as I was bathing her, she passed in my arms. 7:10 p.m. November 24th, and a week before her birthday. And I remember I was just like, what the hell do I do? What do I do? But then I had to remember Stace, and then, like I said, at that time, I couldn't work. I had a whole felony I was dealing with. I went to school for all these years. I have a ton of degrees. I couldn't go back to being a nurse. Couldn't go back to being a paramedic. I couldn't go back to the military. I could hardly even rent the apartment. My realtor had to get the apartment that we were in for me because we were staying in a hotel for the whole time. So she had always raised me to be this strong, resilient woman because I was alone, and she trained me to not depend on people. That I could stand on my own 2 feet because I had done and accomplished all of these things, but once they were stripped from me, and then in the same breath, my rock was withering, and then she died. I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I went into a spiral. I dated messed up people. I messed up money. I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. And then I leaned into God. And I bounced back. I hustled up, and I wanted to get as far away from Fort Lauderdale as possible. I said, Stace, where's the last time you think you were happy? And I was like, you know what? I miss Tallahassee. It's quiet. It's not the hustle and bustle of the big city. And I was like, I want to go back to Tallahassee. Bought my house. I bought my goddamn house, and then 2 months into the house, a tree fell on it. I was like, what the fuck is really going on? I didn't know if I was coming or going at that time. But what helped me was knowing that Stace, like once I just sat down and was quiet, I was like, she gave you the tools. She gave you what you need to survive. She gave you strength. She gave you intelligence. Like, she taught you how to be intelligent. She taught you how to use critical thinking. She taught you how to figure shit out. You've never been a failure. Don't allow this to consume you. And I knew I had an angel. I had gained an angel. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let her down. And then, And then when she passed, the funeral home lost my mama. They lost my mama. I sued them. They lost my mama. So she wanted to get cremated. They said, we don't know what happened. We don't know which day. We don't know which day she was cremated because I had to pay to be at the cremation, me and my family. And, like, cousins were going to come from out of town. And they couldn't find my fucking mama. I don't know if the ashes I got in my house is my mama. But I know I have her spirit. I know I have her strength. I know I have her fortitude. I know I have her resilience. I know I have her headstrong attitude about things. And I came out of it. And I'm up. Decided to go back to school. And I'm up. My house is fixed. It's back. You know, I don't have anything to complain about. And I'm up. And I joke with my boyfriend that his mom and my mom up in heaven, they are angels. And they say, hey, my son need a good woman. Hey, my daughter ain't got it. She needs somebody. And I just joke and laugh and say that it's our angels that joined us. Knew we were both coming out of tough situations, and we will be there for each other. And I just really feel like my mom is still with me. So it doesn't hurt as bad. I'm not lost. I feel like I found myself. I'm back to the Stacy I know. And I'm going to just keep making shit shake. And I'm going to keep being great. And I'm going to keep dominating. And I graduate FSU in a year and a half. And I know my mama going to be at my graduation. You know? Like, see, I told you. You had it in you all along. So it's just the memory of her is what's different. She's just not here, but I still hear her. I still feel her.
It's crazy. We all kind of got the same story. I ain't mentioned my part, but it's just like, it's hard when you realize your superheroes can bleed. That'd be the tough shit. Like, the strongest people you know, you see them get weak, that shit make you mad. That shit piss me off, because that shit happened with my grandparents. Like, for real, they raised me for the most part. And just to watch my grandma, when I found my grandma had a heart attack, I was like, nah, that ain't real. This woman, like, superwoman, shit ain't knocking this. Nah, this old broad, ain't nothing knocking her out. But then my granddaddy went to that dementia. I know that shit tough to deal with. That shit just like.
And I got my record expunged. My bad.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm back, but yeah.
We need that soundboard now.
They said, do not ever get arrested. Angel, do not ever go to jail. It ain't nothing in there. Don't ever go. I had to fight a bitch for socks. Don't ever go.
My record got expunged too. What you mean? Everything is sealed.
Okay, don't ever go back. Cause girl, you need a book.
Right, you would never think.
It be the choir. It be the choir.
It's called foster care. It's called foster
care.
You were in foster care?
Yeah, and they make you go and basically be with juvenile detention. Like, I mean, I got a charge, but it got dropped. I'm not.
What was
I'm
your
not
charge?
a fighter for real.
What was your charge?
Battery.
I had Grand Theft Auto.
GTA 6.
You got caught stealing the car?
I was a passenger. I ain't even do shit.
That's tough. I'm so sorry.
I didn't even do shit. Listen, you wanna go down south? Go fuck with me.
On the next episode of Law and Order.
No, for real. Dun, 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 dun.
We have to speak after. We can't get in trouble.
No facts. Big John, what's up? What is different?
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City.
Both of them in there.
Listen, man.
Both of them in there.
Do not mess with no South Florida Haitians, man. Goddamn zones.
Exactly. Do not.
Something like that. I think his name was Pretty Tony or
Pretty
something like
Tony.
that.
The guy that wore the
Don't
pink.
let them speak Creole.
You know,
What's
very nice.
what's the difference now, Jeff?
What's up, Big John?
Difference between the pivotal moment and now.
The aftermath.
Being more self-aware, right? You get to a point where you're no longer willing to give yourself excuses for things that you shouldn't accept in the first place. You know what I mean? Learning when a no means no and standing on that versus feeling bad or feeling sorry or whatever the case may be. When you get to that point where you lose the person that helps you get through those tough moments, you figure out that you don't have much time to give other people to play around in that space because I don't got the patience no more. I mean, I ain't got nobody I can lean on to go talk about the problem and, you know, work through it and give them a little bit of grace or give them a little bit of, you know, I'm going to give you a pass because mom said, you know, don't worry about it, whatever the case may be. Now it's just, nah. The minute I see something that ain't sitting right with me is no, is a hell no. The minute you do something to me or disrespect me in any kind of way, it's an absolute no. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting that go because I've done it for so long to the point where people felt as though we thought you was cool with that. Nah. Ain't no human on this planet is cool with being disrespected or handled any kind of way or put in a light where, you know, you look like a clown. Absolutely not. I mean, I was that person. I was that person that allowed people to get away with too much shit because my heart was too big. Mom's always told me that. He's like, God made you this way for a reason. He made you this big for a reason. You got enough heart for the world. You know, your heart's too big. And I get that all the time. Even some of my best friends, your heart's too big. You're too fair. You're too fair.
Shit,
and it's because I always believe if I'm fair to people, I'm good to people, they're gonna be good to me. And that's not how it works. That's not how if you too fair, you too good to people, they shit on you. They hurt you. You know what I mean? So you gotta vet people, you gotta let people earn their space. You gotta let people prove that they need to be in their space. And the people that are with me now, the people that are around me now, those are the ones. The females that are around me now, she's the one. That constantly feeding into the you're it. You ain't never been baking soda. You're it. Listen,
baking soda.
Straight drop, baby.
That type of energy
Straight
and
drop.
people
You ain't never
feeding
been
that
baking
type
soda.
of energy. The friends that I got around me, they ain't taking nothing from me. They ain't using me for nothing. They pouring into me. They giving to me. You know what I mean? Everything is reciprocal. No more of this thing. You know, bro, it used to be a time I hear a sob story. I'm like, damn, I gotta help him. Because, you know, it's in me. I got it. I got to help them. I help, and then it's just like, well, sucks for you. You know what I mean? Like, and being shitted on. Or being around people that know you being shitted on. Or know you getting fucked over. And they be like, well, ain't my problem. Yeah, shit like that used to live with me, and I used to be the dumbass in the corner, like, just looking stupid.
They laughing with the motherfucker.
Bro,
Shit.
the minute I picked up on some shit, it was just like, all right, I don't mind being the villain now. I don't mind. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's like,
Every story needs one.
hey, look, I'd rather you fear me than laugh at me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not to be played with. I'd rather you just leave me the fuck alone because, if you push me too far, shit could go left. I found a new sense of self and self-worth because when you go through so much bullshit where you just start questioning yourself, you end up in the positions where you start questioning your own worth and placement on this earth. Like, damn, do I really need to be here? Should I even be alive? You know what I mean? People keep using me, taking from me, shitting on me, doing all kind of shit to me, laughing at me. Do I really need to be? Am I that fucking worthless? And then you want to go like, fuck it, why am I here?
You don't mind being a crash.
Man, the minute you sit down there and wake up and realize you worth more than what everybody else has pushed on you, all right.
Some of y'all just good.
You can't pay me to go back to that position I was in a couple years ago. You can't do it. Can't do
Good
it.
for you. Good for you.
Hit the applause button, nigga.
Boom.
That part.
One time. How about you, hop along? One situation that has happened that's changed your life for the better.
And what's the difference? And what's the difference now from that situation to right now? Somebody rev a car engine right now.
He gonna remember that one.
I would have to say what just happened. That with my aunt, but we was kind of close. 'Cause she kind of raised me, and it go back to what she was saying. It's like, you be like, damn, is this shit real? So, that kind of like, it don't kind of change my whole life. But I feel like, to be honest with you, I don't supposed to be the shit that I've done in life. I don't supposed to be. I went to prison, did almost 8 years. I done shot at people, had people at gunpoint in the house, tried to burn motherfuckers up in the house, rob people. So I feel like I'm here for a reason.
It's not the get indicted hotline, right?
What's different now? Like, or well,
Thank
since
God he
I
ain't
know
on
you're.
camera.
My condolences, first of all, and I know it was recent, but going forward, what do you think you'll do different to be better?
Appreciate people while they're here.
I think we take that shit for granted a whole lot. Cause in our mind, our superheroes ain't gonna die.
And we think everybody gonna be here forever, and they not.
I mean, everybody down south right now mourning this young lady. Like, you remember, I just had two classmates, 40 and 42. One died from a heart attack, the other one died from complications from diabetes. And he was bedridden before that. And then some young lady, 36 years old, her son died not too long ago, and she just got killed. She 36. And ain't no details, but it looked like it could have been some domestic shit or whatever. But, bro, like, that's big deal. Like, we got to appreciate the people out of here. Appreciate the people that.
We have to appreciate life itself. Life is precious. We don't know when our time is, so I feel like you have to go hard every single day. Tell people
like you rush your
You
time.
gotta tell your people you love them.
Do I feel like what?
Do y'all feel like you rush your time?
No.
I did at one point.
I feel like we all got the same 24 hours, and I live to make the most of mine every day.
And maximize.
So you find out you have cancer and you don't go do nothing about it. You don't feel like you killed yourself?
Oh, I didn't know that. Hell yeah, I'm gonna
That's
go
what
seek
I mean
treatment.
by
Oh,
do you feel like you rush your time? Like, I feel like a lot of us die when we don't have to die. See, my aunt was stubborn. She didn't want to go get nothing done. She didn't believe in chemo. She didn't believe in radiation. Like, none of that. She started doing the herbs. I feel like this. A lot of us are dying because we're not listening. That's one. We're not eating the way we're supposed to eat. We're drinking all this alcohol. We're drinking all the stuff we don't supposed to be drinking. And the thing is, God put people here for us to get the knowledge and tell us, but yet still we want to be hard-headed. So at the end of the day, when people get sick, then that's when you want to call them to
They time speed up. That clock go to ticking faster.
So
That's
every day
a
you wake
deep
up, you got
But that's
to
relativity.
right, but you don't do it, and you know you're supposed to.
That's all relativity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's two things in life that are certain:
Cause you got a lot of people,
taxes and debt.
You got a lot of people.
Trump said he taking away taxes.
You got a lot of people who take.
I don't think we
What's-
all have the same 24 hours.
No, we don't.
I mean, time frame. Like there are 24 hours.
What you do in your 24
Yeah.
hours.
You know what I'm saying?
That is an independent statement. There's
Yeah.
24 hours in a day.
It's all It's all depending on how you want to live
No,
it.
that's what I meant.
You know what I'm saying?
Depends on what time you wake up too.
There you go.
Because you might.
It's
cause
still
you,
24 hours.
Because you might only give yourself 16.
Because if your ass don't get up and do something, up and at them on your feet.
I mean, it's like I got 2 funerals this week. I have 2 female cousins on mom's side and dad's side. Both of them lost their father Tuesday and Wednesday.
How old were they?
Oh, I mean they were older, but the burial parent is an experience no matter how old you are. You understand that when people get sick, things happen. When you start to see people like degenerate before your eyes,
That's different.
I mean, it's different. I mean, I watched my dad. I told him, like the day, the evening he passed, like he waited long enough for us to get there.
He held on. I said he held on.
Yeah. My brother got there a little late, but I talked to him. My daughter talked to him.
Everybody got their chance to say goodbye.
Yeah. I told him, you fought the good fight, and you did your thing, and it's cool. Well, I got it from here. You can let go. He nodded his head, closed his eyes.
That's a privilege. That's an honor.
It is.
That's an honor.
I have a lot of people that's dead,
I want to die like that.
but they still living.
True. That too.
I agree with that statement, actually. I don't think we will remember it.
I think that's a couple things.
Y'all want to dive down that rabbit hole of the
sorry.
universe and the vastness of it?
That's
Be prepared for another episode.
That's another episode.
I don't think we remember it.
It's like a butterfly. It's like a caterpillar blooming from cocoon into a butterfly.
A metamorphosis.
I believe that's what we do. Well, I know that's what we do.
And go where?
Just here, she died twice. First time she died 4 minutes. Second time she died, I think she was dead for like 8 minutes. And she said when she died, she left her body, and she was literally standing right there, looking at her body on the hospital bed, listening to all the doctors talk around her. She could hear all the way down. She said when you die, your senses go up 10 times more.
I've
She
heard
said
that
she
too.
could hear the people talking all the way down
I
the
believe
hallway. Real talk.
Because it's like there's no filter. That's like when my grandmother passed. I had just graduated high school, and we had built the house right next door to her house. And when she passed, and my bedroom was on a corner, so I had a window here and a window here. So at night, I used to let the windows up, let that cross draft. I swear I heard her voice damn near every night in the wind.
I still have
I
full
think
blown
that is
conversation with my mom.
That is final.
I think death is finality. I think
This soul goes back to the creator. But the body is just the vessel.
Just a shell.
That is it.
scientists
essence
did
lives on.
research. At the moment this man died, they had him on a scale. Like they knew he was about to pass soon, and they had him on a scale. Let's say he weighed 100 pounds. The moment he died, the weight dropped. Like
Get heavy.
I don't remember, but I'll tell you. I'll find it. I'll Google it.
Something keeps the body.
Yeah, they're
Or
trying to say like the soul when his soul left is the weight that decreased.
Do you think that might be kind of tied into a weight was lifted off your shoulders, or a burden has been lifted?
Maybe.
Like the ascension. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like we are so
You showed it to
we
me.
are meant to go up.
Josh said he want to see the whole picture though. That's crop.
What?
That's
You
straight
gonna see
printed
it.
out at Walmart. Passed on. That's my granddad the day before he died. Well, he died that same late on that night.
Oh, with the yeah. I need to see the whole thing.
That's the whole picture right there.
Josh said you.
I've seen pictures like that.
What's on the Trav there?
And like I said, the crazy thing is, that is an interest of mine to figure out like how that works, but I don't see. I can't make sense of it. That's it.
Hey, everything
Everything
doesn't have
ain't
to have an
supposed to be
explanation.
explained.
Is that
Everything
a-
ain't
There,
got
there
that
are
explanation.
there are things that are unexplained in this world that we just can't
The same way. Okay.
fathom.
I get. Matter of fact, Corey can give you what happened with the late. What happened with Eddie mom sister. Tell him what she said to the MTs and to the interviewers when she got out that house?
All right, so my former boss, she retired. Her sister lived over there off of Yancey, over there by Levy Park. And her and her son, it was her and her son lived together. It was a Sunday morning. It was around Thanksgiving, maybe a week or before or after. They had breakfast. Moms went and laid down on the couch. Son back there doing whatever the fuck he was doing and blew up the house. He had bought all the chemicals and shit that put you on that list where them people come to get you. So, So what happened, the blast pushed the wall in, flipped her over on the couch. So the couch covered her. And she was able to crawl out the window, but she said it was a woman that let her out the house. And there was nobody, in the area, but she cannot explain. She didn't know who the woman was, but it was a woman let her out that house. And to this day, nobody knows who that was.
Like, it's just shit that can't be explained.
And in his bedroom, what was his bedroom? There's a big ass crater.
He passed?
Oh, he blew himself up in pieces.
Were you trying to make meth?
No, he made
explosives.
a bomb.
He made a bomb.
He made a bomb.
Okay.
Yes. Like all that pipe bomb material shit.
Like,
Had to read the label, big dog.
He knew what the fuck he was doing.
Like I said, man, a lot of shit. It ain't no explanation for it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We just gotta live this thing to the fullest and enjoy it while we here.
That was,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, the aftermath was.
Whatever we can't, I always say, as long as we breathing, we can always change what we feel we need to correct. Some people like to say, "Fuck it, I'ma just wild out." Oh, okay. I mean, okay. And actually, when I was home at my homeboy funeral, we was at the repast. We were just having a conversation, and somebody was talking about, "Man, you heard such and such and such and such." And I asked him a question. I said, "Hey, was he still living how he was living when we got out of school?" And they was like, I said, "Was he still robbing? Was he still doing the shit he was doing?" They was like, "Yeah, he was still out there." I said, "And y'all shocked?" It's a lot more dangerous down there than it was when we was in school. Like, back then, when them niggas out there robbing back then, like, it was rare actually somebody was getting killed. Motherfuckers robbing might get slapped with a pistol and they'll move on. Nah, these boys shooting first before they grab anything. So if he's still living like that and he operating like that, I'm not shocked, and I feel sorry for his kids and his mama. I can't feel sorry for a nigga who still chose to do some shit that know he can. You either gonna off somebody or off yourself. Meaning you gonna put yourself in a situation where you're not gonna make it, or somebody gonna retaliate, especially if you barefacing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, man. When it come down to, like you said, that's a whole nother conversation or a whole nother podcast. But hey, man, yeah, this one went a little deeper. Thanks a lot, Angel.
Yeah, my ass.
All right, y'all. For our final thoughts, as we go, we're gonna go around one more time. Angel, that's what we do. We need either a question that still lingers in your mind, anything you wanna reflect on, or a quote. Go ahead, Tony.
I ain't got none.
Who was next? Trav? No, yeah, Trav.
Angel was next.
Oh, Angel was next. My bad.
Spotlight.
Each of you that, every single one of you that shared a story, I felt that I resonated somewhat to each and every one of you.
You did.
And I just want to say, before I leave this space, that I've enjoyed hearing and understanding where you're coming from. And I want to tell you that I thank you for hearing me and doing the same, because I feel it, And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that sometimes we talk to one another and it's like we're just listening, but we're not hearing. And I know that someti like we just let it go one ear out the other. And I know that a lot of you share it, that you also feel as if you can't connect deeply with one another. And then Jaw, you also said that it's because we choose not to. And I just want to let you know that none of you are alone. Sorry. None of you guys are alone. And I thought that for so long, that I was alone in every single one of my emotions and in my feelings. And each of you should always let your voices be heard, no matter what, and never let anybody take your voice from you, because it's only yours. And that's all I have to say.
Absolutely. You've been on the roll, girl.
Hate y'all guts.
Dear Delilah.
I'm not crying. My eyes are sweating.
I hate your stinking guts. Y'all getting deep and shit, but I will be listening to Michael Jackson. You're not alone when I leave. Playing that shit
Mr.
loud as
R&B.
hell. Probably singing that shit as he would.
I got to see that.
No, thank you.
I'm especially killing the ad libs at the end, at least. Yeah, you know, shit's real. I just think our biggest obstacle in life would be always us as individuals. We get in our own way from shit you want to do and shit you want to be. Like you said, we got strong examples in our lives, but at the end of the day, we gotta get out of our way to accomplish what you want to accomplish, to be what you want to be. So, and I believe once we get out of our way and allow yourself to be open for experiences and just be focused and, like you said, build that discipline to push forward and accomplish what you know what I'm saying, you can do. Everything gonna be all right.
I got a feeling everything gonna be all right. Holy Ghost whisper.
I ain't got my keyboard.
I thought you guys were gonna bust out like the whole gospel song.
Be all right. You got to be in the Martin era now. This too. That camera. That's like one of my favorite episodes. Reverend Lonnie Love.
Random spoons.
The Holy Ghost done told me. The Holy Ghost whisper.
That's it.
Hey, man.
What's up, Corey? What you got?
Have any of you guys?
So we
I'm
just
sorry.
going. We just skipping.
He said, any of y'all
I
still
thought
calling?
you were because weren't you after her? Because you said that's a hard. After
Well, okay. Well, we skipping. No, I don't really have much, but I do want to say thank you, Angel, for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
Sharon.
Empire Podcast.
Everybody else. I mean, this was probably one of the best and deepest, in-depth podcasts we've done. Appreciate y'all.
Shut the fuck up.
Can y'all imagine if Pam was here? Titty milk.
Shout out to Pam. Oh, shout out to Killer too. Killer. She on recovery.
But dude, thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
She had surgery.
Trav, that's Pam.
She on bed right now.
That's Pam.
Yeah, Pam got the rock going.
She go to Rocky.
Johnny Cochran. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a dog, man.
Hey, no, shout out to Pam.
Pam is a hell of a fucking lawyer. Don't play with her.
I texted her, but she said she had fell asleep.
Yeah. She said she had fell asleep.
I want to leave with a quote my mom always said to me. It's Latin, "Age quadragis," and she used to always say, "Stace, whatever you're doing, be the best. Execute with a surgical precision." And I try to live up to that quote every day. So shout out to mom.
Shout out, Mom.
That part.
Sound like instructions to kill a motherfucker.
And that's what I do.
Surgical precision.
Surgical with that bitch, Jake.
Yeah.
You ain't got no. What about you, John? Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Do drugs.
Lots of them. Not playing. Don't second guess yourself, right? What your gut and intuition tells you is what it is. Do not second guess yourself. Follow through on what you say. Mean it. Stand 10 toes down on it. And don't take everything so personal. The new paths you take, not everybody can fit on them. Not everybody wants to walk down them. And not everybody's happy to see you on them. You know what I mean? I don't want to go that way. Well, it's not for you. Stand firm on your nose. Be resilient. And love yourself. Out of everything else, love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to appreciate yourself. Out of 8.5 billion people on this planet, you're one of one. There you go. Rock it out. You are one of one. Don't let nobody tell you anything different or treat you any different. You know what I mean? Be around people that respect you and love you the right way. Don't settle for nothing. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. Like, that's all I can sit down there and say.
Gotcha. You want to chime in last thought?
Jimmy.
And then? Okay.
Hop along, Jay.
It's Big Stace.
Cook your crack with baking soda and not laxatives. Oh,
all right. Well,
wrong channel.
Good night, y'all. Appreciate
All right,
y'all
good
for tuning in.
All right.